have an entree. There's about 4 people at this table up here. And we'll walk around. There's another person right here. Just keep raising your hand as the staff is coming. So I have Naomi Buckwalter. She's the Senior Director of Product Security from Contrast Security. And today she is talking on AI wrote it, let's hack it. So everyone, let's welcome Naomi to the stage.
Actually, I have a question before I do that. How many of you guys actually raise your hands because you want a second entree? I see you. I see you. I see you. Sir, I know. It's okay. I am hungry. All right. Actually, before I really start, raise your hands if you currently do AppSec in your daily job. Go ahead and raise your hand. I want to count, guys. All 4 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep them raised, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 9, 10, 11. Anybody else? Nobody else. Okay. What if I were to tell you I'm about to piss off 11 people? How about that? 11 people. That's my goal. My goal today is to piss off most of you guys. And I'm sorry. I apologize. I am a Birds fan. So lots of Eagles fans. Go Birds. Thank you. All right. AI wrote it. Let's hack it. Let's go. AppSec is dead. AppSec is dead. AppSec is dead. I made this meme. I'm proud of it. AppSec is dead. Application security is dead. The goal of today is to prove to you application security is dead. I know you probably don't believe me. I know you're probably like, Naomi's crazy. And you would be right. I am a little crazy. So here's some proof. 400%. That's the increase over year from 2024 to 2025, a 400% increase in the code that has been committed to GitHub. This is a central repository for a lot of open source projects, right? GitHub knows your internal projects, your private repos, and your public repos. 400% increase year over year, 2024 to 2025. That is huge. And who can tell me why? 400%, what's the reason? I'm looking for 2 letters. Raising your hand, you get another entree. Go ahead, what is it? AI, thank you, baby. Yes, go Birds. AI is the reason for this increase. In fact, if a recent survey of developers, 92% of devs admit to using AI every single day. Who uses AI every single day? Yay! What's up, fam? I see you. Who wants to use AI, but their company's like, hell no. Nobody? Wow, you guys are behind. I love it. All right, it's okay. All right. 25% of code bases have AI in them today. 25%, that's a lot. And it's just going higher. Remember that 400%? That was just earlier this year when they did this data check. Later on this year, I guarantee you, probably be double, 800%. I guarantee you. GitHub also says 41% of all code in the year of our Lord 2026 is actually generated by AI. That's insane, right? Are you guys even surprised? Are you guys even listening? Yeah. I'm just eating my chicken. Leave me alone. It's okay. It's okay. I'm crazy, right? But guys, if you're not using AI or you don't think you're using AI, somebody in your company is, and that person is shipping code to production right now. What is the problem of all this? Why is this a problem? All right, sir, with the free entree. Give him a free entree, by the way, sir. The one who answered about the AI. What is the problem with AI writing code? Go ahead, why? Come on, you get a free entree, man. What? What? It's insecure because it's been trained on? Why? Come on. Stack Overflow. You're right about that. Everything AI has learned, it learned from us, imperfect humans, even though we're amazing, I think, in every single way. But when we write code, it's not that good. A lot of insecurities in there. Everything AI knows, it learned from us. So when you're asking AI to write code for you, what is it going to do? It's going to suck. Yes, you said that. Thank you. She gets a free entree, too. Anybody who does audience participation gets a free entree. Yeah, that's right. That's right, baby. That's right. All right. So you guys are probably wondering, all right, so let AI write the code. I'm good with it. I've got all my tools in place. I got my SaaS, I got my DAS, I got my SCA. I got all of these tools to help me out with our developers writing insecure code, but it's okay because I've got all these tools. But what if I were to tell you there's another problem? With that 400% increase year over year of writing for AI writing code, checking in code, shipping code, the other problem of this equation, guys, is we can't scale. If you do application security, 11 people I'm pissing off right now, if we can't scale with AI the way it's written, the speed at which it's written, we will be behind. We are stopping our developers from doing their job because they are moving so much faster than we are. And we're sitting here with our threat models and our security architecture reviews and our meetings and our calendar entries. And we're like, why isn't anyone listening to? He's laughing. Thank you. It's so true. Thank you. It is. And I will say, you are pissing off a lot of people. Actually, I can show you my Slack right now. I pissed off somebody today, and he was just angry. He was so angry at me, he didn't even spell out the words. He was using like text message words. He was like, you are so wrong with the you. You are so wrong. Like, whoa. Professionalism, right? Sorry, I am crazy. So that's the problem. If your traditional AppSec practices, and I'm telling you right now, our traditional AppSec practices do not scale at the speed of AI. And this is a problem. Because I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you a vibe-coded app. Really quick, any architecture people here? Because I'm about to get really nerdy. Anybody do DevSecOps? Any architects in here? All right, architects. All right, you guys, this is for you. So we created, and this is on open source. You guys can check it out. Come to our booth later. I'll tell you where it is. We have an open source project, purposely vulnerable, runs on Kubernetes on your Docker desktop, right on your local machine, and it simulates just an environment that anybody can make. A developer can vibe code today. This is something that anyone can make, anyone can do. So I want to show you what that might look like and how bad it can be. Now, ooh, got quiet. I like it. Okay. Welcome to Cargo Cats. Yes, Cargo Cats. Make sure I can log in. Password 123. It is. It's actually right here. Oh, it's all this. All right. Why did it log me out before I got here? Password 123. It is password 123. That's hilarious. Yeah, it is. Admin. Password 123. All right. This is Cargo Cats. This is a vibe-coded dashboard application using Claude Code. Anybody have heard of Claude Code? Yes, Anthropic, my favorite. Oh, you guys love it. You guys do use Claude. Yeah, I use it every day. It's so good. Way better than ChatGPT, by the way. Way better than Gemini. Way better than all these other models. Oh, man, you guys got to use this. Claude Code is the best. Anyway, we had a software research team put this together to demonstrate the power of AI, but also the weaknesses of AI. So here we go. I'm just going to click around a little bit. What do you see? You got some track shipments. And Cargo Cats is a way to ship your cats internationally in a box. They arrive at your doorstep dead. I added that part. I'm sorry. My marketing team's right here. They're like, get her off the stage. She's just, All right, Cargo Cats. Anyway, so you're shipping cats. And so this is an interesting one because we purposely made it vulnerable. So think of your web goats and everything. This is similar to WebGoat, but in a Kubernetes environment. So you've got 6 microservices written across 4 different languages, and it's got a database. It's got a front end. It's got all the mid-tier that you'd ever want. It's got multiple different things happening at once. And it's purposely vulnerable, and I'm going to show you how. But before I do that, I want to show you actually how Claude Code works. Let's do a live security review using Claude Code. Here I go. And just so you know, this is a live demo. I did give an offering of a SOC 2 report earlier to the demo gods, so hopefully this works. We are here in my terminal. That will work. All right, where is my present working directory? I'm going to contrast, and I'm going to Cargo Cats. Can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? Don't you hate that when someone shares your screen and they're like, can everyone see my screen? If they couldn't, they would say so, right? Okay, anyway. So here I go. To say hello to Claude, I just type in Claude. Oh, there he is. I love that guy. Oh, and by the way, I hate how his name is Claude and not like Claudette or something. I think their pronouns are they, them. Thank you. All right, so Cargo Cat's here. I'm going to do a security review right in my directory. That's all I have to do. Guys, security review, by the way, is an official plugin by Anthropic Claude Code. Anyone can download this. All your developers are probably doing this right now. They're on their terminal using all the tools without your knowledge. Anyway, so I'm going to hit enter, security review. It's thinking, it's gibbering, it's tomfoolering, it's thinking. No security findings report. Now this is a problem because I did this yesterday and it definitely did find something, so I have to go back and tell it, no, actually, please do a security review of the entire code base, right? And then it's going to say sorry. And then it's going to be pissed at me and be like, why? I just did this yesterday. Like, Claude has a bit of an attitude here. I don't know. All right, he's got a bit of, thank you, he's a teenager. All right, so here it goes. It's going to do there it is. I'll explore the code base to gather context needed for a thorough security assessment, then produce a full security report. All right, this is good. So you guys get to watch this in real time. How interesting. Is this anyone's first time watching Claude Code do work? Only one? Okay, he's brave enough. Anyone else? It's fun. It's really fun. If you aren't invigorated by the AI, the technology that's out there right now, why are you in technology? Is it just to like get a paycheck and go home? I am telling you, when you guys first got into tech, weren't you guys totally blown away by everything it could do? Weren't you so like passionate about it, right? This brings it back. I'm telling you. Yes, and I'm just trying to waste time here, but the passion, it's back for me. It really is. And then AI just makes everything fun. All right, here we go. It's still reading. I'm going to let that run a little bit because I want to actually show you a real hack that we can do. Over here in our global shipping dashboard, there is a way to manage addresses. And if you know, there's probably a MySQL backend here, and I can just type in, tick or equals 1, 1 equals 1. 1 equals 1, and then blah. But we're not going to do that. That's basic SQL injection. What I want to show you is object deserialization, unsafe deserialization. Does anybody know what that is? I don't want to get too nerdy here, but think about Java objects, object-oriented languages. An object is an object is an object. Inside this payload that I'm going to show you, Java doesn't care what it is. It's just going to deserialize that object and do whatever the heck I tell it to do. So instead of putting an object somewhere where it should be, it's going to put the object and do something else. Got it? Everyone with me? Let's check on you, Claude. How you doing? He's bee-booping. All right, so back to here. There is a way to import different objects here. This is just the way it was coded. But if you wanted to import new addresses, you can do that. We have it in a SER format. It's just an object format. And I downloaded a payload here, payload.ser. Let's make this a little bigger. Actually, I don't know how to make it bigger from here. Never mind. All right, wow, so impressive, right? There's a little error message. It says import failed. But let me tell you, when you guys get hacked, how many of your apps go, ta-da, you got hacked, right? None of them. You just get like an innocuous error message somewhere in the logs. And that's what you just saw. I imported a payload, and all you saw was that really brief error message. And so how many of you right now would see their apps and look at their logs and think, oh, that's not bad. Someone just had a bad import or whatever, right? You guys would just move on of your day. This is not an incident. This is not something I have to worry about. Not today. I'm here at FutureCon, and I'm having a great day. But what if, I can tell you, doesn't matter what that error log says, something's happening in the background, and you're getting hacked, and you just don't know it. So let's go. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to refresh this dashboard here. This is going to show me all the logs within the past 15 minutes. Make this bigger. Oh, there we go. I'm turning 45 on Monday, so my eyes are just terrible right now. So anyway, this is the latest attack. Let's take a look. Let's see what it looks like. Let's go with another refresh because I don't see it. Is it there? I might have to do it again. Remote serialization. There it is. Cool. Let's inspect it. All right. Now you can actually see the request. So that payload I gave it, this is what it looks like. It looks like a JSON blob. And inside of it is probably going to be a payload. Ooh, it's getting interesting. Ooh, okay, what else has it got? It's got some interesting stuff. Now in the back end, what is it doing? It's doing a payload to deserialize an object, grab things from your database, and send it back to the attacker. You didn't see it in the payload because the WAF log wasn't thorough enough. Yeah, he knows. And this is, anybody use WAFs, web application firewalls, or am I just like, that's good, right? But then like how many times do you just look at your WAF logs and just ignore them? Right? Because you're just like, this is just total nonsense. There's nothing here I actually have to pay attention to. And that's exactly it. I attacked the application with a known payload, and in that WAF log, there was like almost something, but not. So did you see in the payload, it looked so innocuous. It was like time date stamp, that was it. And then like mod security, that was it. But what if I told you WAF missed that log completely? And if we had something turned on, application detection response that runs at runtime, what's up, Lorenzo? I'm going to say, you guys are going to miss this 100% of the time. So that's what I'm saying here, is traditional AppSec tools are dead. And not to get all vendor pitchy, and I'm so sorry, I'm a security professional. I would not be working at a security vendor if I did not believe in our technology. And this stuff works. Runtime is the answer. All right. So back to our security review. Let's see if it's done. It's still bebopping. That's not cool. What's taking so long? You know what we're going to do? Since I'm mad at him, I'm going to cancel, and we're just going to go straight to our deck and show you the results. What did Claude find? Actually, yesterday, it only took him 10 minutes. Right? Ooh. Yeah, 13 isn't bad. She goes, it's not nothing. It's pretty good. We got some reflected cross-site scripting, some SQL injection, some of those really common static security code findings. And it's got some severity scores, awesome. It's got confidence scores, awesome. Auth required, awesome. Because you know, as a security defender, you should be focusing on unauthenticated pages first, right? Make sure nothing happens there. And then work your way back. So the highest priority for you guys as defenders, anything the public can get to, public internet, public anybody. Those are your number one priorities, yes. But what if I told you Claude missed a bunch of stuff? What can't Claude find? We actually purposely put in 36 issues. Instead of finding 36, it found 13. Can anybody guess why? Instead of finding 36, it only found 13. Hey. Prioritize. Okay, prioritize what? Sorry. Oh, criticals and highs. Okay, so I only put in the top, the 10 here because I couldn't fit in the screen. It didn't have the data, right. So the static scan, just like you guys have all the static tools in the world, and you know how false positive ridden these reports are, right? And then when you hand it off to your developers, they're like, get this away from me, and they hate you for the rest of the day, right? That's not what we want. We want to give them real data, true positives, and something that they can actually act on. So for the 36 true positives that we put into this application, Claude can only find 13. And in fact, when I stopped him from running, he's probably mad at me again because he's got an attitude. So tomorrow I'm going to hear about it. Now, 36 vulnerabilities. So 36 minus 13 is 23. It missed 23 vulnerabilities. That's not good, right? If you were to get paid on the number of vulnerabilities that you don't put into production, well, yeah, we would get paid way more than we do, right? But if you were to get fired based off of the number of vulnerabilities you put in production, it would be like we would get fired. We would get fired. In fact, I think you guys have vulnerabilities in production right now that you don't know about. And the reason for that is because you don't have the insight, you don't have the data, you don't have runtime insight detection inside your applications. So you know how applications are run, right? They get compiled down to a binary, they run on a thread, they run on a machine. This is how the world of applications work. When you have runtime detection, you are embedding a sensor, an agent, inside that application, and it runs alongside the application, and it knows everything about it. It knows all the paths, it knows all the endpoints, it knows everything from path, from start to finish, what it should be doing. And when you create something like that, when you have an agent like that, some insight, you can see everything about your application. The good, the bad, everything that has problems that you can give to your developers, or even better, code security vulnerabilities. All right, so it's time to try this again. I'm going to do another exploit. Hopefully this actually works this time. I'm going to do a quick refresh. And then I'm going to do another payload. Let's see. All right, same error, that's good. Refresh this. Hopefully I get an ADR one this time. Nope, because the demo gods didn't like my SOC 2 report. That's okay. We're going to log into staging. I got to back up. Pause here. Are there any questions so far? Because I know I've been going kind of like, super fast. Yeah, question.
Is Claude only seeing
No, I can repeat it, Lorenzo. It's okay.
Is Claude only seeing the static vulnerabilities, or is it also?
Yeah, is Claude only seeing static? Yes. And why is that? It only has the source code. So, right, when I did a git pull on the repo, it actually only has the static code. So nowhere am I running that. If it was a DAS, yeah, I might be able to exercise some endpoints and take a look at stuff. But when you have runtime, you're actually inside the binary instead of just looking at the outside of it. Yeah, it's really cool. All right, so I was able to hack it yesterday. This is me demoing, not working. That's okay. I've got all these different types of attacks and exploits, and it actually, if I wanted to, I can block it too. So that is the best way of doing application security, in my opinion. When you have an exploited vulnerability, you know you have a situation on your hand. You have an incident. And you, as a security person, need to respond to that incident. So when you have WAF logs and EDR logs and anything else that you might have today, and you're looking at these logs, nowhere is it actually going to say you've been exploited. Your application has been exploited. It did something it wasn't supposed to. And with application detection and response, you will have that insight. You're going to get more than that. You're going to get not only vulnerabilities, you're going to get attack events, and you're going to get things that actually show you what happens. So from start to finish, there it is, untrusted deserialization. Great. Now, it didn't show in my OpenSearch database for whatever reason, but here it's actually going to show you what happened in terms of payload. Sorry. Whoop. We got to click on this first. Here we go. Why is this not working? I'm bad at our own products. We have a new thing, but okay. So I'm not going to expand on that quite yet. So the idea is for untrusted deserialization, it's going to show you every single thing that happened in the application at the binary level, not just in the logs, and that is a key distinction. And I'm sorry, demo gods, we are not with me today. You know, the FutureCon team asked me to do this last minute last night, so I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, guys. All right, back to our slides. All right. All right, question for the room. How would you actually stop this attack? I'll give you some options. If you had something like this, unsafe deserialization issue, would you fix the vulnerability? Probably. Right? But if you're being attacked, how are you going to take off your application offline, fix it, release a patch right away? How many of you done that, at least for Log4j? You guys did that a couple years ago? Log4j was a big deal. So you have to take things offline, tell everybody that you're taking it offline, get everybody mad at you, fix it as fast as possible, do a hack. But by the way, for Log4Shell, you had to remove the library from the war file, and then it's a mess. So you can't do that every single time. What if it's a critical application that can't be taken offline? This is the reason why we have SCA issues, where old libraries and old vulnerabilities exist for 10 years. This is the reason, right? Because we have things out there that just can't be taken offline. So fixing the vulnerability isn't always going to work. How many of you would write a WAF rule, web application firewall? Yeah, I got some head nods. And this is okay too, but WAF, just like I showed you in the logs, aren't going to show you everything you need to know. So you're sitting there with your WAF rules. You're like, I don't have the information. It looks like I need to do this pattern. Meanwhile, I'm blocking legitimate traffic, and that's a big no-no, right? Your company's going to hate you for that too. They don't hate us. They love us. How about this one? Would you tell your devs they can't use AI? So instead of even having this problem, you're never going to be able to write insecure code ever again, right? You're like, yeah, that's a great idea. Your devs are going to, no, they're going to say, no, absolutely not. I love AI. It makes my job so much easier and so much more fun that I'm going to start using AI without your knowledge. And that's when you have shadow IT problems, and that's bad too. So no, you can't do that. So why don't we block it at runtime now? Now, when I say AppSec is dead, this is what I mean. The old way of doing AppSec, the way we've been doing threat modeling and architecture reviews and code reviews and training and on static scans and SCA, we are not meeting the requirements of the devs. They are using AI to ship code faster than ever before. And if we are trying to force a process on them from 5 years ago, they're going to do it without us. They're going to ship without us. They're going to ship so much faster, and we're not going to catch everything. So the new way of doing AppSec is here. In greater Philadelphia area, it's the first time you're hearing this. AppSec has to move at the speed of AI. And if you have something like runtime application detection and response, you can buy yourself some time. Your developers can ship at that speed of light. And you can say, cool, when you have time, here's a vulnerability I'd like you to fix. Yeah, it's a critical, but we've got it blocked. Don't worry about it. Anytime someone's trying to exploit this vulnerability, we got it blocked. It buys you some time. And your developer's going to say, oh, thank you, because I know it's a bug, so we can ship this out the next sprint. Great. I don't have to just stop everything right now and do it today. And they're going to love you for it. So the new way of doing AppSec is here, blocking your runtime. We did one last thing, some more statistics here. We tracked 267 real-world applications, from first deployment to first attack. 7.5% were attacked on day one, 22.5% within the first week. And then this is across real applications, not just like test ones. These are our customer applications that we were tracking actual attacks from actual people. Within the first month, 40.4%, and 68.5% within the first 90 days. So I did a lot of security leadership. So when I was a security leader at a dental insurance company still, we did not have the maturity that we needed in order to know what was happening in our environments. When we were being attacked, I couldn't even tell you where it came from. I couldn't tell you what they were trying to do. And especially because we only had Microsoft Cloud Defender or whatever it's called. It didn't give me the insight that I needed. Even though we were a mature engineering team, we didn't have a mature security team or an operations team. So when I went there, and it was Log4j time, the amount of sleep that I lost that weekend was a lot. I got some gray hairs still, actually. So Log4j just will keep happening, especially with AI. And without that insight, and I wish I had something like a contrast back then, without the insight, it's all going to happen without your knowledge, under the hood. It's going to keep happening, and you won't even hear about it until it's too late. Your applications are being attacked right now, and if you don't have that insight, I don't know what to tell you. It's better to know what's happening and block it than just think everything's okay and let everything happen to you. The median, by the way, of the 267s are right in the middle. If you were to chart it out from least to most, 47 days, median. All right, I got one more thing for you guys to do this week. Please, 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 just consider this. Just ask yourself, what is my runtime protection strategy? Because when you have your current detection tools, they're not good enough. Your WAF, your EDR, it's not good enough. You really want to take a look at runtime detection and response. Traditional AppSec tools are absolutely dead. Thank you very much, guys. Are there any questions? I'd like to ask them, answer them. All right. Thank you, guys. Kim, we're good? What's the time, by the way? How about one question for you guys? I know this was like pitchy. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. But you guys have custom code applications today, right? You guys write your own software? You do. Yeah, you have a question?
Hold on, I'll come with the mic so everyone can hear.
Sure. Do you want me to just repeat it while?
Go ahead, you can repeat
So
it.
what is keeping Claude from taking to the next step? Right, so Claude is actually pretty good. If you give it, it's interesting. If you use Claude at all, you know you're supposed to tell it what to do, but also more importantly, tell it what not to do. So if a person using prompting could say, hey, do a security review of this, and by the way, do not do any exploits, you have to like type it in and tell him. Otherwise, Claude might do that. I've seen evidence of Claude going rogue and trying to do those things. So the answer is to your question, can Claude just take it to the next step and start exploiting? Yeah, I've seen it. It actually does do that. Now, I won't say it's actually happening. There's probably more controls that I know about right now for your developers. I'm sure there's plugins and skills and all these things for Claude to say, like, oops, that's a bit too far, and it won't do that. I used Claude the other day. I was reading my .env file. So all my plain text secrets were in .env, and it was reading from them without I told it not to. It was reading from them and then saving a copy of it in the temp directory file history that I had to like blow away later. rm-rf, right? So I was pissed. I was like, why is it doing this? Yeah, that was a good question. Yeah, question.
Let me come with the mic, hold on, so our virtual audience can hear. We have another 300 people watching virtually, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can you speak about the latency that occurs when you're defending runtime and how it impacts scalability?
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
The latency due to
latency.
Latency of the running application, how it impacts the latency of.
Oh, I got you. Okay. When you have runtime detection, it's actually at real time, so there's no latency at all. The only latency you might see is the reporting of it. So your logs going to your SIM or whatever. What I didn't show you were all the different things in the logs that you can actually see, and I wish I had a demo that actually worked. Sorry. My SOC 2 report sacrifice didn't work. Yeah. Any other questions? All right, so question for you guys. How many of you are going to try Claude Code now that I showed you a little bit of it? I know you guys are using it, some of you, but how many of you guys are actually excited to use it? It's really easy. It does cost a little money, but work with your operations teams and your architecture teams. What we did was we set up AWS Bedrock using Anthropic code, and it actually is a lot cheaper. So if you're using the right models, it's pennies per thousands of tokens. So instead of paying like $200 a month for 1 million tokens, you can get like 20 cents for 1 million tokens. So it's a lot better. So take a look at that. AWS has a really good setup. Anybody can do it. OIDC friendly, so right there in my terminal, I can just log in and through my browser, and boom, I'm in. All right, that's my time. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Okay, everyone. We are actually ahead of schedule. So I did not bring who has the time? Someone. Okay, so we are going to come back in here. We're going to take a 30-minute break so they can clean up the room. There's dessert over there, and there should be coffee and dessert over in the vendor room. This is a great time to work on your prize cards. I do have a whole list of the prizes, but I'll announce those when you come back. So we're going to meet in here at 1:20, and we're going to do the spin wheel. So remember, we had last time 2 people won $100, and then we had a $50 winner. And all you need to do is be back in here on time so I can call your name for the spin wheel. And then this afternoon we have 4 sessions, and we have some drink tickets that I haven't found out what vendor has them. So I will be making announcements because our bar will open before the panel. And I have some winners for the surveys, but I left that back at my table, so I'll announce that when we come back at 12:20. So I'll see you back in here at 12:20. Again, there's dessert and coffee over on the other side. I mean 1:20. Sorry, I'm on Central Time, I guess. I guess I'm on Kansas City Chiefs time. Well, you guys are the winners. So, anyway, I had to throw that in since I am from Missouri.